It was only 12 degrees with a negative 3-degree wind chill at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Passing was not going to be effective for either team, despite their considerable talents at wide receiver. Running the ball and attempting short passes was the order of the day. On the Eagles' second offensive play from scrimmage, Wilbert Montgomery busted one for 42 yards. Montgomery was a speedy 5'10", 195-pounder who scored an NAIA record 76 touchdowns while playing at Abilene Christian. He had a huge year in 1979 and made the Pro Bowl and second-team All-Pro teams in 1978 and 1979. Harold Carmichael caught 48 regular season passes and made the Pro Bowl, but this was his only catch in this game. Rodney Parker only caught 9 in the regular season, but he led the Eagles with 4 catches for 31 yards in this game. The Eagles let number 54 Randy White roar on this play as the Eagles effectively hit on a quick screen pass to Montgomery for 14 yards. This was his only catch on the day. This was one of 4 Eagles' fumbles, but they didn't lose any. Dallas would fare far worse. Backup running back Billy Campfield hauled in this 17-yarder, the only one of the game for him. He had 26 on the regular season. Number 54 defensive tackle Randy White had a bit of a down year in 1980, as he only made second-team All-Pro. He made first-team All-Pro in 1978 and 1979, and would do it again each year from 1981 through 1985. After making 4 consecutive Pro Bowl teams, defensive end Harvey Martin's string was broken in 1980, even though he had 12 sacks. In 1977, he was the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year. Tony Franklin lined up for a field goal attempt, but Ron Jaworski couldn't handle the snap, and Franklin ended up running barefoot in the park. As a rookie in 1979, he booted, so to speak, a 59-yarder. This wasn't Cowboys head coach Tom Landry's first rodeo. He had a few tricks up his sleeve, but mostly an Eagles defense that allowed the fewest points in the NFL, only 13.9 per game, kept the Cowboys in check. The game's leading receiver was Cowboys running back Preston Pearson with only 32 yards. There were no touchdown passes in this game, and less than 200 net passing yards combined. Number 84, Keith Kreftley, was an Eagles tight end from 1975 through 1981 and had a fine 16 yards per catch on 151 receptions. Eagles quarterback Ron Jaworski made the Pro Bowl and finished third in the NFL MVP vote in 1980. He had 27 touchdown passes and only 12 interceptions. Drafted out of Youngstown State, he spent the 1973 Rams season on their practice team behind quarterbacks John Hadle and James Harris. In 4 years with the Rams, he threw only 1 touchdown and 8 interceptions in only 3 starts. In 1977, he was traded to the Eagles for superstar tight end Charlie Young. From 1977 through 1980, Charlie Young only caught 65 passes, while Jaworski's career was taking off. In 62 starts, he threw 69 touchdowns against 63 interceptions. A big reason for Jaworski's successful 1980 season is attributable to quarterbacks coach Sid Gilman, who was the Rams head coach from 1955 through 1959, the Chargers head coach from 1960 through 1969, when he helped to develop John Hadle into a top-flight quarterback, as well as lead the Chargers to a 51-10 AFL championship in 1963. And he holds the distinction of being the predecessor to Oilers head coach Bum Phillips. Montgomery missed 4 regular season games with a sprained knee. He became the first running back in 31 playoff games to rush for 100-plus yards against the Cowboys. Unfortunately for the Eagles, this 25-yard touchdown catch was nullified by a penalty. Dallas seemed to be out of sync on offense and hoped that their halftime adjustments on defense could slow down the Eagles' terrific running game. The Eagles kept pounding away at Dallas's vaunted flex defense to the tune of 40 rushes for 263 yards, a 6.6 yards per carry. Leroy Harris carried 10 times for 60 yards and this 9-yard touchdown. Number 53 middle linebacker Bob Brunig made second-team All-Pro in 1980, but the Cowboys were simply manhandled this game as Montgomery sprinted for a 55-yard gain. Right cornerback Aaron Mitchell picked off this pass, the last one of his short 3-year NFL career. While Krebsley caught this 5-yarder, it was Wilbert Montgomery who was the difference maker as he finished 2 rushing yards short of the Eagles' Steve Van Buren's playoff record against the Rams in 1949. Tony Franklin added this 20-yard field goal to the 26-yarder he made earlier to ice a 20-7 win.